Allenberry Resort Inn and Playhouse is a completely family-run resort located in South Central Pennsylvania. 60 plus years ago, my grandfather purchased the land and he converted it into a resort. We have this 400-seat summer stock theater that does professional productions and has been for about 60 years. And when the theater starts to close down a little bit in the fall, we pick up with our murder mystery weekends. The weekend gets kicked off with cocktails. You eat, you drink, you start meeting characters, you start getting familiar with maybe any backstory that you need.
Did I miss it? Am I too late?
My heavens, for what?
To be in the movie.
The Meadow Lodge Massacre?
Sure, whatever it's called. Am I too late?
Are you an investor?
Will that give me a part in the movie?
And then there's an extraordinary four-course meal served there. This is like being on a cruise, the food never stops. You have the characters sit at your table, you can ask them questions. That part can be very interactive, that they are with you in the group.
Express what's in your heart.
No, Mitten. Drop the weapon, son! Drop the weapon or I'll shoot!
Then there's a huge dessert buffet with deep-fried Snickers bars and deep-fried brownies, and the food never ends, drinking never ends. So we have a breakfast buffet, and that immediately is followed by what we call our mid-morning activities. Being an extra in the movie that we're shooting, we also usually have some kind of trivia game, and then the Allenberry tour.
My grandfather and my grandmother met in Johnstown in kindergarten. This did not bode well for me. When we were growing up as kids, my grandmother used to say, if you don't meet your husband in kindergarten, forget about it. We were like, oh my god. He went on to Penn State, she went on to Irving College in Susquehanna. They were sort of in touch, and he wrote my grandmother a letter and was like, Mary Lou, I want to be with you. Wrote a letter to the other woman he was sort of seeing, was like, you know, Susie May, I don't want to be with you anymore. And he put the letters in the wrong envelopes. This is my grandfather, Charles, and he married Mary Lou. This is my dad.
People who don't know Allenberry well get a big kick out of that because there's a lot of history in this property.
Mary Lou and Charles had John, Jane, and Jerry.
Oh, okay.
Then we convene again after mid-morning activities, and we have a scene that is typically outdoors.
Everybody please, quiet on the set. We need it quiet. Please, no talking.
You're the only one talking, Mitten.
Outside makes it much more convenient for splattering blood as far as the eye can see.
She's breathing, but she's barely alive.
What?
Vic, your husband really tried to kill her.
So then there is lunch.
I'll take it from here, Miss Cash. Like Jody said, it's best to keep yourself out of trouble.
Saturday night at Murder Mystery is rockin'. Cocktails are a costume party. It's not only the culmination of the action.
You are my thriller.
Some character you've probably come to connect to or have really invested in is probably going to be slaughtered in front of your eyes.
I think I'm dying.
You'll stop at nothing!
I've lost too much blood.
There is dancing all night, fast dancing, slow dancing, group dancing. It starts with the end. Who done it? All of that gets resolved.
You and Lloyd chopped up both spicy and early. That's why those fingers I found Saturday morning were lady fingers.
The fact that people come with their families or their husbands or daughters, we'll have groups of 12 women just come, and they just want to have fun. I mean, for me, Allenberry it's who I am, it's my blood, it's my upbringing, it's my childhood, it's my family, and then have people say like, this is this great little treasure in the middle of nowhere, and I had no idea. I mean, that every time, that makes me feel like we're doing our job.
Things aren't always what they seem.
You wait out here till I take
And then we announce next year's murder mystery, and then we send you on your merry way, and we can't wait to see you back next year.